Most real estate agents send follow-up messages that get deleted in seconds, but there's one type of message that luxury clients always open. And I'm not talking about some gimmicky subject line or clever emoji. I'm talking about a fundamental shift in how you approach communication that will transform your entire business. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to craft these messages, why they work so incredibly well, and the psychology behind why wealthy clients respond to them. Now let me tell you why this matters so much. Over the past 5 years, I've worked with over 200 luxury real estate agents across the country, and I've noticed a disturbing pattern. The most talented agents, the ones with years of experience, deep market knowledge, and incredible track records, are losing deals to agents who frankly shouldn't be winning. Here's what happened last month that really opened my eyes. I was working with Rebecca, a top agent in Manhattan who had been in the luxury market for over 8 years. This woman was absolutely crushing it in every other area of her business. She had the experience, the market knowledge, the connections, the negotiation skills, literally everything you'd want in a luxury real estate professional. But she was losing $2 million listings to competitors who seemed less experienced than her. And it was driving her absolutely crazy. She'd get the initial meeting, build rapport, present her market analysis, and the clients would seem interested. But then, crickets. So we dug into what was happening after those initial meetings, and the problem became crystal clear. Her follow-up game was killing her deals. Her follow-up messages sounded exactly like everyone else's, just checking in, following up on the property. Wanted to see if you had any questions. Hope you're doing well. Now here's what most agents don't realize, and this is crucial. Wealthy clients live in a completely different communication environment than the rest of us. They get dozens of these boring, generic messages every single day. From real estate agents, from financial advisors, from luxury service providers, from people trying to sell them everything under the sun. Their phones are constantly buzzing with people asking for their time and attention. And here's the kicker. They've developed what I call message blindness. They can spot a generic follow-up from a mile away, and it gets deleted without a second thought. See, wealthy clients think differently about their time and attention. Time is literally their most valuable asset. They're not impressed by persistence. They're annoyed by it. They're not moved by desperation. They run from it. But they are attracted to value. They respect expertise, and they pay attention when someone brings them information they can't get anywhere else. This is where most agents get it completely wrong. They think follow-up is about staying top of mind. But with wealthy clients, it's about proving your worth every single time you communicate. But here's what changed everything for Rebecca. She started sending what I call value-first messages. Instead of asking for something, their time, their attention, their business, she gave something valuable first. Every single message became a mini consultation, a piece of market intelligence, or an insight that only a true professional would know. This wasn't about being helpful for the sake of being helpful. This was strategic positioning. Every message reinforced her expertise and reminded the client why they needed someone with her knowledge and connections. Before we dive in, if you want to take your real estate career to the next level, make sure to check out the next video linked in the description below after this video ends, where I show you the exact blueprint Rebecca used, including the specific templates and frameworks that transformed her business. Let me give you some specific examples of how this works in practice. Here's what Rebecca used to send. Hi John, just wanted to follow up on our conversation last week about your penthouse. Do you have any questions? Let me know if you'd like to move forward. Boring, generic, forgettable. Here's what she sends now. Hi John, I noticed the penthouse next to your building just sold for 15% above asking price at $3.2 million. This suggests your property value has increased by roughly $200,000 since we last spoke. I'm attaching the full comparable analysis so you can see exactly how this affects your investment timeline. Worth discussing how this impacts your selling strategy. See the difference? She's not begging for attention. She's not being pushy. She's providing insider information that only a real estate professional would know and track. Here's another example. Old message. Hi Sarah, checking in about the Tribeca listing. Any thoughts? New message. Hi Sarah, the building next door just went into contract 48 hours after listing. The buyer paid $850 per square foot, the highest price per square foot in the neighborhood this year. This creates a new comp that could add $75,000 to your property's value. I've pulled together a strategy to position your unit as the next premium listing in the building. She's not just following up, she's demonstrating market intelligence, strategic thinking, and the kind of insider knowledge that wealthy clients pay premium commissions for. Now, why does this work so well? There are 3 psychological principles at play here. First, reciprocity. When you give value first, people feel compelled to give something back. It's human nature. Second, authority positioning. Every value-first message reinforces your expertise and knowledge. You're not just another agent, you're their market intelligence source. Third, exclusivity. The information you're sharing feels exclusive, insider knowledge that they can't get from scrolling through Zillow or reading generic market reports. But here's what's really brilliant about this approach. You're not selling, you're educating. You're not pushing, you're pulling. You're making them want to engage with you because every interaction adds value to their world. The results for Rebecca were absolutely incredible. Her response rate jumped from 8% to 67% in just 2 weeks. That's not a typo, 67%. But here's what's even more important. The quality of the conversations changed completely. Instead of clients seeing her as someone trying to get their business, they started seeing her as an invaluable resource. She went from chasing clients to clients calling her for advice. She went from competing on price to commanding premium fees. She went from losing deals to less experienced agents to having those same agents ask her for mentorship. Because here's the truth that most agents miss. Rich clients don't ignore value, they ignore desperation. When you lead with value, you're speaking their language. You're showing them that you understand their world and their priorities. You're demonstrating that you're not just trying to make a sale, you're trying to make them successful. This isn't just about follow-up messages. This is about fundamentally changing how you position yourself in the luxury market. This is about going from order taker to trusted advisor, from vendor to strategic partner. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but how do I actually implement this? Where do I get this market intelligence? How do I know what information is valuable to my specific clients? These are the right questions to ask, because execution is everything. Now, if you're a real estate professional working with luxury properties and you want to create follow-up messages that actually get responses, that position you as the obvious choice, and that help you command premium fees, check out the next video on your screen or linked in the description below where I show you the exact blueprint Rebecca used, including the specific templates and frameworks that transformed her business.